صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Chapter on it is permissible for a patient to say, I am sick, or oh my head, or my ailment has been aggravated. And the saying of Ayub, Job, peace be upon him, verily distress has seized me, and you are the most merciful of all those who show mercy. Quran, chapter 21, verse 83. Narrated Ka'b bin Ujrah, may Allah be pleased with him, the Prophet, peace be upon him, passed by me while I was kindling a fire under a cooking pot. He said, Do the lice of your head trouble you? I said, Yes. So he called a barber to shave my head and ordered me to make expiation for that. See Hadith number 1814. Footnote. Ka'b was in a state of ihram. Narrated Al-Qasim bin Muhammad, Aisha, complaining of headache, said, O my head! Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, I wish that had happened while I was still living, for then I would ask Allah's forgiveness for you and invoke Allah for you. Aisha said, Wathuklaya, by Allah, I think you want me to die, and if this should happen, you would spend the last part of the day sleeping with one of your wives. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Nay, I should say, O my head! I felt like sending for Abu Bakr and his son and appoint him as my successor lest some people claimed something or some others wished something. But then I said to myself, Allah would not allow it to be otherwise, and the Muslims would prevent it to be otherwise. Footnote 1. Regarding I would ask Allah's forgiveness for you and invoke Allah for you, here the Prophet, peace be upon him, wished that he would survive her so that he might invoke Allah for her. Footnote 2. Wathuklaya, an exclamation meaning, Alas, I have lost my son. The literal meaning is not meant here. It only expresses the distress and discomfort of the speaker. Narrated Ibn Masud, may Allah be pleased with him, I visited the Prophet, peace be upon him, while he was having a high fever. I touched him and said, You have a very high fever. He said, Yes, as much fever as 2 men of you may have. I said, You will have a double reward? He said, Yes, no Muslim is afflicted with hurt caused by disease or some other inconvenience, but that Allah will remove his sins as a tree sheds its leaves. Narrated Sa'd, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, came to visit me during my ailment, which had been aggravated during Hajjat al-Wada. I said to him, You see how sick I am. I have much property, but have no heir except my only daughter. May I give 2/3 of my property in charity? He said, No. I said, Half of it? He said, No. I said, 1/3? He said, 1/3 is too much, for to leave your heirs rich is better than to leave them poor begging of others. Nothing you spend seeking Allah's pleasure, but you shall get a reward for it, even for what you put in the mouth of your wife.